All right, so my name is Janessa Bookout, and I'm the owner of The Zone. We have a partnership between myself and Dave Moore with DMZ Surfboards. And I began long ago. I was class of 2004 at the Maryland Institute College of Art in Baltimore, Maryland. After college, I spent a little time back home in Oklahoma before I went to Portland and decided I needed more sunshine in my life. Ended up in Southern California visiting some friends. And I stumbled into a job and a friend who needed a roommate, so I lived in Venice Beach for about 4 years. I worked at a bar on the beach, had a great time, and I was getting a little burnout on that whole lifestyle right as I met Dave Moore at a friend's Halloween party, and we clicked immediately. Our friend introduced us as, "Hey, Janessa, this is Dave. He makes surfboards, and Janessa, she makes artwork out of styrofoam. You two need to talk." So we started talking, showing each other's pictures, and just hit it off immediately. And he ended up kind of recruiting me down here to Huntington, where he had his surfboard factory. And the first time I got a tour of the factory, I got to see all of their scrap materials that they use and said, "Ooh, what are you guys doing with all this?" And they're like, "Oh, let's go into the dumpster tomorrow." I was like, "Wait, let me get some of that." So I got to start playing around with what they were just going to toss and made some really interesting art out of it. And as a result of those art pieces, I was kind of inducted into this little surf art culture that's here in Huntington Beach. And I've been here almost, I guess, going on 5 years now. And I'm just really just so grateful to be a part of this community that is, a lot of like-minded, eco-friendly, ocean-loving people. So I have founded this little shop here with Dave as a platform for all of us who have been working, doing what we love for so long. We finally have a place where the public can come find us instead of being so underground and tucked away in little studios that no one can find or know where to go. So here we are doing it all together. The inspiration behind most of my artwork comes from kind of a spiritual place, honestly. I grew up with a lot of Native American influence, which incorporates a lot of animal medicine. So I went to a shaman once and had a ceremony where I was given wings and a tail from a shaman. And I wanted to do a piece to commemorate that experience. I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? And I thought, well, the wings of an angel and the tail of a mermaid comes together, and I've started creating this series of mermangels. And so I've started that. Before I met Dave and got into the surfboard art, I was using all kinds of different found objects and reclaimed foam and, stained glass, all kinds of different things that I would find around. And as I got into the surf industry materials, it just made more sense to have the mermaids with the ocean, all the different sea life kind of coming together. So started using seashells and sea glass and tail pads from surfboards and broken boards. And anything I could find laying around became more ingredients to play with. I'm really blessed to have all these friends that do all this wonderful clothing and fashion and printing art on different kinds of materials and making wearable art as well as the art that hangs on the wall. So I'm happy to be featuring like-minded artists with their clothing lines and fine art as well. And this is The Zone.
Hi there, my name's Dave Moore. Welcome to The Zone. Anyway, here's our story. Founded this place actually after we decided to leave our manufacturing facility there on Gotham and Slater. Being up there was a great experience for what it was, but at the same time, that time ran its course. And we're kind of searching around, not really stressing on things, but crazy thing is, just going surfing, and needed to take a shower afterwards, and was looking to get some quarters, and power was out. It was kind of crazy, so I ended up driving down here to 7-Eleven, found out that the power was out there, ended up taking a little horseshoe around this green belt here, and ended up pausing right here, and ended up doing some little social media buzz, whatever, and ended up out of the corner of my eye was a sign that said "for lease." So anyway, kind of like it was like a bing went off in my head. I ended up jumping on the phone, calling it up right away. And it's kind of funny because I would never be in this location if it wasn't for looking for quarters for a shower at Bolsa. Had no plan on opening the shop. So anyway, we ended up calling the man up, gentleman owner here, and ended up scheduling an interview here. And Janessa came down, and this man was really nice man. Kind of was almost like, yeah, right, you're gonna get into this place. Yeah, right on this. Yeah, right, you're gonna get permits. Yeah, right. I spoke with confidence. I go, well, I have a secret weapon. Her name's Janessa Bookout. Anyway, we sucked Janessa on the city, and she came out with permits within 5 minutes, obtaining, the approval to open a surf shop here. Well, upon that, things just ended up lining up, and we were able to secure this place. So, and before this, prior to that, we really have been, building surfboards and being true artisans. And for the longest time, being a true artisan means, staying passionate, and it really is a very tough living. So fortunately, everything started making sense. We ended up getting a second job, and this all just lined up to where we were able to make sense of this and pulled it off. So here we are with the Zone now. The Zone's a lifetime of our achievements, of us, of everything we've done in our past, everything that will be. Who knows? But Janessa Bookout here has a degree in art. I've been shaping, forever. I've been working on surfboards since I was 14 years old at the production level, and then just kind of got into it, started all over again, starting from ding repair in Huntington Beach, and worked our way up through repair service to building boards, and coming into this evolution to where we are a retail shop owner. Big move, figuring we got so much competition, but at the same time we're creating a different model, which is kind of like we found and we developed through the lives that we've led. We've encountered the same problems that a lot of artists have encountered. We've encountered the hardships. We've been in the shoes, so we know what it's like for artists to break out and how hard it is. And there's so many great artists within the surf industry, as well as shapers like myself, who have fought forever to try and get to that spot, and have never. It just never seemed to work out. Well, that's why we opened this shop, because this shop is for those people that never really worked out for, that I know are incredible shapers. I know Janessa knows some incredible artists. So what we're going to do is come together with the collaboration with all of us, with some young, brilliant minds. And we're going to make what's going to soon be, which we have no idea. But we do know that we're on something, and we're on this right track, and it's all about positivity, positive, learning to respect one another, teach people the freedom to be creative, to express themselves, not to just be so caught up in that corporate box. So hopefully we can inspire some other people by what we're doing right now, and showing people that it's still possible to build your dreams, to build a little shop, to start something from the scratch. I myself was born and raised out here in California making surfboards, but there's so much to offer and so much that is coming out, and we want to be those ones to help express it and put it out there and come up with something. As far as surfboards go, we have some of the best shapers right here. We have Sino Magdalenas, who is a legendary Hawaiian shaper. We have Stephen Bainbridge, who has worked for every major company behind the scenes. And then we have myself, who's refused to work for every major company behind the scenes. So us three coming together at a custom level, we still are doing it the old school way, but at the same time, we also have Sean Jensen, who is a great designer with the CAD programming. So with the collaboration of all of us, I'm sure we're going to make some really cool projects, do some really great surfboards out of here. And at the custom level, we can offer anything there is. So, like I said, we have no idea what's going to happen. All we know is there's the next wave coming, and I know we're on it. So.